Hello, we have a very, very special takeout for you. It's going to be a mighty trick. We've got some huge stars, and you might say he's our number one guest. What? It's not? It's Dermot and Dave from 98 FM. Hello, welcome to Tea Crowd, and we've chased them for a while. We have to get new sulphurs in to get them. We're not bothering with original blend anymore, we're going straight for the gold, because they are the kings of radio.
Yeah.
It's only Dermot and Dave, everyone.
How are you?
How's it going?
Truly golden.
It is, it's what we've come to expect. Everything we drink is golden. Well, maybe not everything.
Almost everything.
I've got a weird thing about your radio show.
Okay.
It's the only radio show that I have to look at on the webcam. I don't know what it is.
I'll tell you what it is. It's Dave's new hair.
Yes.
Is it new?
Dave likes to play with his hair a lot, and it's kind of one of those things that you can't help looking at.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We had his hair beamed in from 1984. Arrived via DHL. It was very exciting.
It was.
And he put it
we
on.
put it on, and the viewing figures on the website went through the roof.
I mean, because
As did your hair.
Yeah.
you're here for the Big T Inquisition, which is...
We're
We're going to ask you some questions.
delicious. Yes, ask away.
Including a brain teaser coming up, which is...
Yes.
you know what I mean? Okay, question one, boys.
Go ahead.
I'm looking to write a gritty, sexy reboot of Glen Rowe. What from your use would you most like to bring back? And would you like to be in it if it gets greenlit?
Wanderly Wagon.
Yeah?
It was clearly written by stoners.
Yeah.
There was no sense to it, and they didn't let the fact that they had no budget and no ability to do special effects get in the way of crazy stories.
Yeah, and so long crazy stories, actually.
And it was the original TARDIS. Was it there before Doctor Who?
No.
We're going to have a count of every Doctor Who mention on this, because I think I was like, it's not me who mentions it first yet. That's wicked.
Well, I suppose he was the Irish Doctor Who, the Wanderly Wagon. So
Yeah.
I'd bring back Wanderly Wagon.
Excellent.
I'd like to bring back Alf.
Did you ever see the end of it? Did the military kill him?
That's right.
Because it ends on a cliffhanger and they never made the...
But then that's the thing. I would like to make the next episode.
Yeah.
And it would be like, and then it would just be a dream, and Alf was like in the shower.
In Fair City.
Yeah, it would all work.
But is it a yes, if I get this green light, would you want to be in my sexy...
Can I
reboot
be
of
Blackie
Glen
Connors?
Rowe? Yes, you can be.
Okay, then I'm in. Blackie Connors with stupid hair.
Do you know what I'm seeing him as?
What?
I'm seeing him as the kind of like the romantic doctor.
Oh yeah.
The
Is it
romantic doctor.
only in season 2.
Yeah.
Swarthy.
Yeah.
Came in from foreign climes and then jetted off after breaking some hearts.
But really, I'm just dealing drugs to farmers
Yeah.
out of the back of my
then
Suzu Trooper.
And then
AAA
Blackie
Golden
Connor's
Maverick.
going to bust this shit up, like,
You know
it. Yeah, because that's how gritty and reboot we're getting on this. Question 2. Dermot, Republic of Telly has made you one of RT's most loved faces. Is it really awkward avoiding charity people on O'Connell Street now?
I did get abused from a height on O'Connell Street by not the actual charity guy, but his friend, who was obviously just there and wanted to be involved.
Yeah.
And he started saying that I should give all my money to charity.
And do you
I
think...
said,
Actually, yeah.
I have 3 children and an artist for a wife. What money, pal?
yeah.
Then it was over.
It's the I like it when they're intelligent, but like when he goes, hey, somewhere on your feet, they've got no brakes on it. I was like, right, I'm still not going to give you anything because I'm broke. But you know what I mean? This next question's got Dave beside anyway, so he can finish these. He can have a quick 5-second eat.
Go for another mint. No.
Dave, greatest Halloween costume you've ever had or plan to have?
Greatest one I ever had was before they were back in pennies for a tenner. I had a full baby grow with a bonnet and a little beaker.
Which is excellent.
Yeah, so I think it was like 99. Yeah, no, it was 2000. Halloween 2000. And it sounds like a good movie. And I went to a brilliant. Everyone had a brilliant Halloween costume party, and I had great costumes, and I had this full-on baby thing, and it was the most comfortable I've ever been. And then always said, God, I wish you could just get baby girls for adults. And then pennies came through.
In fact, if they're owing a bit of money to you, for making it cool again. Bring it up.
No
Well,
bother.
it was the beginning of a long and happy fetish for Dave. And if you want to see more, you can catch him on Sexetera, which kicks off around 11 p.m. on some channel.
Right, here we go. The Quiz Christopherson's Quizgen Rock Band Brain Teaser.
Jeepers.
Where we're trying to find the perfect table quiz team.
Ah, okay.
Now, Bosco has failed. Neil Hannon has failed. We've got Sheridan McKenna. We've got Niamh Farrell from Ham Sandwich. We've got Bipolar Empire. We had Dorothy, but she cheated.
Oh.
I put her down on that, and then it was discovered on instant replay that she cheated.
Okay.
Just trying to keep
So-
it clean, so.
I mean, this is you'll be alright. You've got a wild dances on you, right? Because
Right.
people at home have a go of it as well. Here we go. What has 4 wheels and flies?
Okay.
What has 4 wheels and flies?
Now, you see, this is one of those things where there's going to be a million actual acceptable
So
answers.
then what kind of question is it then?
Because it's whatever answer I have on this clue.
See, that's what I'm saying though, it's just what am I thinking about?
Yeah.
Like, it's just, you know.
Look, I'll give you.
One of those little...
Is this like what's red and invisible?
it's a fly
No
with
tomatoes.
wheels, or a fly car.
Flies might be written on my card differently than the way you're thinking of it. Might have a different spelling. That's what I'm giving you until later on. Shall I come back to it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on.
I can see his face and I'm kind of looking off the distance trying to think of it. Okay. How would you handle the age-old problem of fancying a girl on a bus, but the crippling fear of rejection means you can't go up to her, even though you never know if that's going to be her next bus stop?
I got over that with one move.
Oh, here we go.
Used to busk on Grafton Street,
Yeah.
and there was a shop in Stevens Green called Zero, and in Zero worked a girl, and I fancied the girl, and I used to go up to the top of Stevens Green, the 3rd level, and I'd look down into Zero, and it wasn't stalkerish at all. And I had this crippling fear, and I said, you know, I can't ever go in there and say hello to her because she's never going to say hello or anything like that.
Aww.
And then this could be her last day working in Zero because it's the summer, we're all going back to school or college or whatever. So then one day I said no, and I went down to a flower seller on Grafton Street and I bought a rose, single, and I went in and I said, "Hi, you're amazing. Here's a rose. Will you go out with me?" And she said no.
Loser.
And then
Zero.
I told that story on air, and she rang up the show and said, "I remember you. You were a loser then."
Yeah, literally. Still though.
Yeah. Still no. Totally no. 10 years later, still. Yeah.
I did it once on a bus coming here, and I was coming up, and there was a drunken man giving me a bit of grief beside me,
Okay.
and there was a girl finding it very funny, and she was stunning, and I took out the old notepad, just went out saying, "Thank you for taking pity on me. Want to take some more? And here's my number."
Did she call you?
She didn't know.
Well,
She's probably
it's nothing more attractive than a man being abused by a drunk. It just turns me on.
Yeah, but I've probably been very big headed there. She was probably eyeing up the drunken homeless
Yeah,
person.
God, look at him. Look
He's
at him
so funny.
speaking into that idiot beside him.
Yeah.
God, what a legend.
Okay, scariest moment in Star Wars. Do you have
Oh, yes.
Because obviously that everyone has a child.
Yeah.
Everyone has a moment that they're terrified of.
I got taken out of the cinema in Empire Strikes Back
Oh,
when
Oh, I bet you when Han Solo gets turned into bronze.
Carbonite.
Carbonite and
Dermot, I mean,
And that
you
was- and I
brought up the
think-
TARDIS though. No, don't be saying bronze when you mean carbonite.
was that Jedi?
No, that was Empire Strikes Back because I just introduced my children to the movies this week and
Okay.
I just watched the first 2.
My story, if you don't mind. I was in the
Again.
cinema. In the cinema. True. In the cinema, Empire Strikes Back. What year was that?
Empire Strikes Back was Return of the Jedi was
80.
1983.
So 80.
Empire's 80.
80. Okay, so 1980, I would be 5. Probably the first time I've gone to cinema with just my dad, because we've always gone with like my sisters and whatever. So it's me and my dad go. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Sit down in cinema.
What did he do that made you run out of the cinema?
Luke is in the frozen ice place.
That's not popcorn!
And it's all fine, but then there's a jump because he gets strung up by his foot, and it's like,
Yeah.
and that was it.
I don't have a memory of watching Star Wars as a child.
Get out.
I don't know when I watched it, but I don't have a memory. I don't remember the occasion of watching it.
Yeah.
You can go to cinema and see them.
No. I grew up in Limerick, we didn't have a cinema. We had a
Yeah,
man with glove puppets.
Oh, did he touch you with his glove puppet? Oh, turn the tables on you now.
So his scariest moment was just every time he saw a movie. Then you know what I mean.
So I think that's quite a dark moment watching it with my kids. Is when Han Solo gets trapped in carbonite.
Yeah.
And they all think he's dead.
What? He isn't?
You have not seen the turtle.
Or is he?
Enda Kenny, Ireland's sexiest politician, yes or no?
No.
No?
No.
He's such good hair and just such a good bone structure.
Not having it.
Do you know who he'd be good as? Your man in Terminator 2, is it?
Oh, T-1000.
The guy who runs like this after the car. He looks like that guy. And jumps onto the back.
I know his brother
Homer
Kieran.
Simpson?
No, that's him.
Yeah.
With his metal arms.
Yeah.
I know his brother Kieran, who's a damn sight handsomer. And I think that's why
Andy Kenny's brother?
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah, he used to live in Mahini across the road from me.
Does he talk with that as well? not as much as you'd believe. No.
So I think the fact that one Kenny, the handsomer Kenny brother, didn't go into politics is a disappointment.
That we nearly had, like, the Irish Kennedys.
Yeah.
Which would be amazing.
Yeah.
Maybe not such like a sexy story later on, like, yeah.
So I think if I was to I would. I always thought Dick Spring was just.
That's just his name.
Genuinely, Dick Spring is a sexy man.
Well, he played rugby.
Yeah.
You like those beefy rugby boys?
Yeah, he's got a little moustache.
Yeah. Is that what it does for you and your politicians?
Ticks the boxes, you know.
Mary Lou MacDonald now is still quite feisty. You know, you could have a few pints, have an arm wrestle, and then take her home.
Which is, I mean, what I could have done to that girl on the bus. If she would let me, I just wanted an arm wrestle her and take her home. Which is, it would prove my strength to that homeless person as well. Which is, that could have been something. Okay, here we go. Oh, how are we getting on with the brain teaser, by the way?
Oh, I haven't even thought.
4 wheels and a fly.
No, 4 wheels and flies.
It's obviously it's plural noun basically rather than the verb. Yeah, flies.
Yeah.
It has flies and 4 wheels.
No, I know exactly what you're going to point out when I give you the answer. I know exactly what you're going to point out, but
it has wheels and flies.
A mobile window.
A driving turd.
Producer Anto, when I said this to you with EP, did you get it right?
No.
You
not
didn't?
at the time though. You gave me the answer.
Okay, so
that's because it's a what am I
so it's a
thinking of
valid question though, isn't it?
It is.
All right. Right, the answer is I'll give it to you now. Rubbish truck. Now you see, I know you're going to say they don't have 4 wheels.
First of all, who calls them a rubbish truck?
That's because it's
a bin truck.
It's an American site that I got this off. You know
that would be a
garbage truck.
Oh right.
4 wheels and flies. Well, I think I was pretty right. Anyway,
well, you didn't say rubbish truck, bin truck, or garbage truck.
A vehicle that had flies on it.
Yeah. Okay.
Or a driving turd.
Yeah. Who wants to be a millionaire? Is it A? You know what I mean? Like, I was kind of right.
When you're answering the questions for this, just put down whatever answer they say, and we'll accept every right answer. So there you go. Because I'm in the wrong again with this one, and I apologise.
Well, hang on. Do we get in the team?
Yeah.
For being oh come on,
sorry,
spillage.
For being pedantic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is what you want now. You can't have someone dictating like what's right. We need people on the crew to say you're wrong. You know what I mean? The second James Bond wasn't such and such.
George Lazenby.
Alright. Are you ready for the female advice question?
Oh, nice.
Where this is someone a young lady has a problem,
right?
And she's looking for some celeb advice.
Okay.
Vagisil.
A young lady.
Well, that's the answer to all female problems.
Look, don't have a go at Steph. We all know what Steph looks like, alright?
Feminex.
Okay, here we go. This is from Steph, by the way.
Hi,
Steph. Hi, Dermot and Dave.
Hi, Steph.
Hi, Steph.
She goes, my ex loved the film Jurassic Park. So much that it seemed to be always on when I would go over to his. However, I'm now dating a new guy, but because of conditioning, I can only become aroused when I hear the Jurassic Park theme. How can I solve this, seeing that my new fella hates dinosaurs?
What is the theme? Can anyone sing it? Well, maybe she.
Whoa! Sorry, something just happened there.
Maybe she could build in the theme into her sexual groans. So it'd be like, on. She'd be turning herself on as she was getting turned on.
Wow,
It would be a self-fulfilling exercise.
that's good advice, Steph. Whichever one you want to take. I mean,
You have to ask yourself, what would MacGruber do?
MacGruber would dress his girlfriend up as MacGruber for no reason.
Have you seen MacGruber?
I haven't. I've seen bits of it,
It's the greatest.
but I've seen like bits that people send me on YouTube.
Watch the
I haven't.
movie.
Phil Neal says yes. Phil Neal says
Nobody
yes.
knows who he's talking about.
Classic MacGruber.
Okay. Sadly, this is the now infamous final question.
Okay.
The now infamous final question is: have either of you ever hugged Pat Kenny?
No, I've never. Oh, I've seen him through 2 sheets of glass.
Is that before you hugged Pat Kenny?
No, bulletproof glass
Yeah.
as Pat was taking shots.
No, he was actually in the change box in Funderland. No, he was in a studio. He was in his radio studio, but I couldn't. I was just on a tour before I worked in radio, and I was like, "Oh God, it's like Kenny."
Now I have
To him, he just thought.
I just think you got your hugging arms ready outside the
never
glass.
happened. I've never hugged him, but I have met him on a number of occasions because he is friend or was or is friends with my dad.
Oh, cool.
Through a work thing, and
Yeah.
so I met him a couple of times and shook his hand and had a chat to him, and he's really nice. And
But you were not up to hug yet.
well, one of them was in an electronics shop, and I just think that's an inappropriate place to hug a TV celebrity.
What was he buying batteries for his head? Was he?
No,
Was he buying batteries for his electric mind?
I think he bought a little stereo system.
A small, modest
No,
stereo
it was
system.
a modest one. It had a graphic equalizer and 2 tape decks. It didn't have a record player.
Boys,
Yeah.
it's been a pleasure.
It's been tremendous.
Utter gentlemen. Listen to them at 4 o'clock every day and try to judge what they're wearing online by using the webcam.
Yes.
Yeah, hold on. There's a bit of a breeze there. I think it'll be a toga, an American football helmet,
Yeah.
and a pair of.
Galoshes.
Perfect.
If I may finish your story.
I was about to swear, so it's just at the right time.
Right.
I've only got one swear this time out, so that's excellent. Yeah,
Very good.
excellent. So,
Fuck.
there you go. Yeah.
Sorry.
You don't get to do it on air. So you might as well do it here.
No, we don't get to do it on there. Yeah.
Have you ever, before I let you go, have you ever came
On air?
Have we ever?
the ones?
Have you ever sworn on air?
Caroline Moran was in the studio.
Yes, we have sworn on air through our alter egos.
Yeah.
Emmett 1598 of M's Tall Trolls swore on air. We've also had guests.
They said it was a piece that was meant to be edited, and it said,
I'm Michael Jackson, and I've no fucking face.
That wasn't the only time. The other time was they crossed to the New York Trolls, and they were given the New York weather and the New York whatever, and then again it was the wrong file got loaded into the computer. My fault. And it said, let's cross to Angry Mike now for the traffic. Hey Angry Mike, how's the traffic? The traffic is fucking busy! And because you panic, you automatically just dump it and hit like the button so that the ads play. So then it's left ringing in people's ears. Yeah. Also, the best one we ever had was at Joey's in Fairview. He went back to school in Fairview, so we parked the bus for like 5 days at the start of a school term about 4 years ago, or whatever. And Dermot went literally at 9:15, put on his uniform, and went back in school. So we used to get the kids on, kind of replace him, and we'd give them one traffic story each, and they'd each read a traffic story or whatever. And they had, because you were on the bus, you had headphones with a mic like a pilot. So our mics were like you couldn't take them away from them, because they were on their head. So anyway, these kids read out their traffic stories, and it's a crash here and whatever. And then another kid outside held up an A4 pad and said, "Say hello to Davy Byrne." So I said, and there's thanks lads to do the traffic, and there's a message there to say hello to Davy Byrne. And one of the kids goes, "Davy Byrne is a fucking shithead."
98
Yes, that's what we did. So yeah, so we haven't actually ever sworn.
Don't say that. What could happen?
Come earlier on. Well, later on.
Later on, yeah.
There's time travel involved now.
Doctor Who reference.
There you go. Right. Boys, you're absolute gentlemen. Cheers for doing it.
Thank you
thanks
very
for
much.
having us.
Thanks for having us, and thanks for the tea.
Yeah.
We heart tea crowd.